Okay, so this video is going to try to explain how the fingers work on the Crochet link gauntlets. As you can see, this is just a little sample, so we're going to pretend this is the top part of the hand. So I guess the first step we're interested in is the pinky finger, where it starts with next round, single crochet until 8 stitches remain before end of round. So if we look over here, we have the stitch marker that's our first stitch, so we're going to count back 8 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so that means we're right here. So then the next thing it says is, I have a pop-up window on my computer that's blocking the pattern. Hold on just a second. There we go. Okay, so now it says chain 3. So we're going to chain 3, and then single crochet in 6th stitch before chain. So what we're going to do, we're going to look where this chain we just made starts, and we're going to count back 6 stitches from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this single crochet is where we're going to put our next stitch. So we're going to go like that, and we're going to kind of grab the yarn through there like that. So what we did is we just made this ring that your finger is going to go through eventually. So then it says single crochet to chain. So we're going to just kind of keep going like we were before. That stitch. And the next one. And then this one. And one more. There we go. And so now you'll see we're even with where we started that chain for the finger. So that's our first stitch of these little bitty rounds. So what it says next is to single crochet 2 rounds even. So we're going to start going around this little bitty tube just like we were before with the whole hand, but just for the finger. So what we want to do is find those 3 chains that we just made, and this is probably the hardest part because the chain gets a little bit twisted. So you can see this is the single crochet where we joined again. So somewhere in this stretch right here we want 3 stitches. So I'm going to say, let's do one right there. And then that looks like a good place for one. If my hook would go in. Okay, so that was 2. And then we need one more. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so there we crocheted our 3 stitches that in that chain we made. So from this point it's just smooth sailing, hopefully. We're going to keep going around like that. And so you're going to go all the way around until you get back over here where that chain started. And then you're going to go around one more time. And then the pattern says slip stitch in the next stitch and fasten off. So that's fairly self-explanatory, but just in case, you know, slip stitch and then cut your yarn and fasten off. So that was the pinky finger. So the other fingers work essentially the same as that, except that they start off a little higher because the pattern has you work a couple rounds of single crochet around this part first. But that's sort of the same idea. So if we look at the ring finger, rejoin yarn in old first stitch. So that's over here. So then chain 1, single crochet around, and you're going to put 1 single crochet in the base of each of these chains. So you're going to do 2 rounds like that, and then we get to the part like where the pinky finger started, where it says single crochet until 4 stitches remain before end of round. So you're going to look for your marker, you're going to count back 4 stitches, that's going to be right there. So on that round you're going to crochet until you get to here, and then it says chain 3, single crochet in 10th stitch before chain. So just like we did before, we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to count back 10 stitches in this direction, and we're going to single crochet there. So I hope this helps. Thanks.